Monday morning. We're back to it. 9:01. Daily show on this 9th day of February. We got a good one. Friends of the show, OSF Healthcare, they join us in a couple of minutes' time. Then Alice Bartles joins us as well for Stridin and Survivin, their upcoming fundraiser. Always great to chat it up with Alice and get all the details on that great organization and so much more. We got a busy show on this Monday morning. I hope that you guys are off to the best start possible this work week, and you had a great one on Super Bowl Sunday, or if you didn't watch it and you just relaxed, I still hope it was an enjoyable way to wrap up your weekend. Man, we finally got our house starting to feel better. I told you guys Estella wasn't feeling good, and speaking of OSF, their prompt care just came through once again. We were getting ready to, before top of the hour news, Estella wasn't feeling good, as you guys know, and man, we were trying to get into an urgent care, and the wait time was just incredible. So I said, what are you doing, CJ? You talk about OSF on Godfrey Road so many times. Why don't you just go down there and take her? And so that's what we did. We were in and out in about 20 minutes. They had a pediatrician on site and all those great things. So we really just can't say enough great things about that experience. Come to find out, she had RSV, and oh man, we're off to the greener pastures though, because she's back at daycare today and life's good, and we got the all clear and all that good stuff. But OSF just really, that prompt care office is just fantastic. We'll take you to top of the hour news now before we start talking to our guest today. Here's what you need to know. Make sure you download the RiverBender.com app today. Alton police are still investigating that shooting in the Alton Acres neighborhood that left one person in critical condition. Officers were dispatched around 9:08 p.m. Saturday, February the 7th, to a home in the 3100th block of Lawn Street after a report of a gunshot victim. Police say that victim was treated at the scene and transported by Alton Fire Department to a local hospital, then later transferred to a St. Louis area hospital. Chief Garrett Ford said investigators identified a person of interest and the parties are known to each other. The person of interest was contacted about 9:30 p.m. and is being held at the Alton City Jail pending the investigation, and at the time of the posting, the victim was in critical condition. Also in the news today, fire crews quickly contained a house fire in the 7100th block of Barton Mills Court after being dispatched at 10:08 a.m. Friday, February the 6th. Edwardsville Deputy Fire Chief Bob Morgan said the attached garage was fully engulfed when firefighters arrived. 3 residents inside the home evacuated on their own and were not injured. Crews attacked the fire from outside with the garage door down, then deployed a second hose to prevent flames from spreading into the living area. The residents are displaced, but Morgan said the home and most of the belongings should be salvageable. Multiple departments assisted in this fire. Also, in the news today, Ryan Jones is asking for the community for support after her fiancé, William Palmer, was killed on the 1st of February after she said he stopped to help a woman who asked for a ride to a warming shelter. Police said Palmer of Troy, Missouri, was found shot and pronounced deceased at the scene. Brittany Rivori, 36, is accused of shooting Palmer, stealing his truck, and later abandoning it. Jones says the couple has 3 children and that Palmer was the family's primary financial support. She's launched this GoFundMe to help cover household needs and funeral costs. Rivori remains jailed without bond. You can see a link to that GoFundMe at RiverBender.com/news. A Trenton, Illinois man is remaining in custody today after charged with threatening Troy City officials in an effort to halt discussions about a proposed data center. Here's what we know. Anthony Hinoza, 33, was charged the 6th of February with 1 count of intimidation, a Class 3 felony, and 2 Class 4 felony counts of electronic harassment and making a false report. Prosecutors allege he used Facebook public pages to threaten to kill or injure officials or contractors tied to this project. He is also accused of making a false firearm-related report that prompted a police response. The Troy Police Department investigated and will keep you updated as more details do emerge. A $50 million federal investment is reshaping wetlands and public access along western Calhoun County as the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers leads a multi-phase effort at Redd's Landing and Gilead Slough under the Upper Mississippi River Restoration Program. On February the 9th, officials say active work is underway and to restore habitat in Pool 25 near Gilead. Plans include water control structures, an 8,000-foot sediment deflection berm, pump stations, reforestation, and bank stabilization to support waterfowl and fish. The updated master plan also targets boat ramps, restrooms, shoreline fishing, primitive camping, and cultural site protections. You can see a full write-up on this at RiverBender.com/news. Finally, in the news this morning, early voting now underway in the Madison County primary for the March 17th date, giving residents more flexibility to cast ballots before Election Day. County Clerk Linda Andreas says early voting helps voters avoid long lines and choose a time that fits their schedule. Voting continues through the day before Election Day, and voters may use any designated early voting site in the county, regardless of precinct. As of February the 9th, early voting still available at the Madison County Administration Building in Edwardsville, with additional locations opening in March in Alton, Granite City, Bethalto, Collinsville, Godfrey, Highland, Madison, SIUE, Troy, and Wood River. And that's a look at what's happening around the Riverbend this morning. Let's take a look at weather. 28 degrees in downtown Alton. It feels like 34 out there. Today, abundant sunshine. How about that weather note for you? And tonight, just clear. Temperatures today reach right around 55 degrees. It'll feel like 90 by noon and drop down to 38 overnight as we head into Tuesday. On Tuesday, a high of 57, a low of 29. And on Wednesday, a high of 50, a low of 30 degrees. On Thursday, there's a 55% chance we may see some precipitation of some type, a high of 46, a low of 31. And then on Friday, a high of 48, a low of 32. Nothing really to report other than that. Just partly cloudy skies all week and a lot better than what we've been experiencing, and that's a look at your next 5 days. Here's what's happening now. 28 degrees in downtown Alton. It feels like 34 out there. You can call 618-465-4545, this time powered by Tom Lane. He's your local State Farm agent. To stay up to date in real time with that landmark phone number, or just download the RiverBender.com app, and you can stay up to date in real time with breaking news alerts, weather alerts, and all those great things. We'll take a quick break. Our friends at OSF Healthcare, they join us next right after this. RiverBender.com, Roku TV. It's our daily show.
Struggling with depression that just won't go away? At Precision TMS, we offer a non-invasive, drug-free treatment designed to target the areas of the brain linked to mood regulation. Using FDA-cleared transcranial magnetic stimulation, gentle magnetic pulses help reactivate underperforming brain circuits without surgery or sedation. Many patients experience real relief, even after other treatments haven't worked. Our experienced team provides personalized care every step of the way. Contact Precision TMS today to see if TMS therapy is right for you.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
What's up? It's Mike Keith. What's up, bro? Good, my guy. Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it. This is Dwight Wirtz, president of Wirtz Welding and Tank Service, the nation's premier distributor of tank trailer parts. Dwight has been an outspoken and long-time supporter of the college and is the current chairperson of Lewis and Clark Board of Trustees. Oh, and he's a Lewis and Clark grad.
I'm Dwight Wirtz, and I am a trailblazer.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Welcome back. 912 Daily Show. And with our friends at OSF Healthcare. Did you guys have a good Super Bowl?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Good. I slept. I'm really glad we do these segments, though, with OSF. Each and every time we have you guys on, it's a really important topic, whether or not we're talking about some great recognitions that were awarded, like the Magnet with Distinction this last year, and great updates in imaging and great new machines and innovation coming in, but also just awareness months like Heart Month. And thank you guys for joining us today. It's a pleasure having you back on the show. And where should we really start when we're talking about February and just taking care of all things, when it comes to the cardiac system?
Yeah, I think February is just, it's a great month to just showcase heart health awareness and, get the information out there for people to know their heart, know their risk factors, and know that we provide, heart health testing right there in your backyard.
Absolutely. And, Fred, whenever we had you on the show last, we were talking about some of the CT imaging that was coming into OSF. And also, I'm going to be talking about today a little bit more of that in a different way. Fill me in on this.
Sure. So with the new equipment, also brought some additional technologies and additional scans that we could do. So one of those is coronary testing. It's a CT scan. It looks at kind of those main vessels around your heart, and it gives us an idea if there's calcium, if there's blockages, things that cause heart attacks. So it's called a CT calcium scoring or a cardiac scoring, and it does just that. It scores your heart and what's in those vessels. So it's a really quick test. You don't get any IVs. It's not painful. It takes about 10 minutes. We hook up some EKG leads. It scans your heart. It's a really quick scanner, so it scans between heartbeats, which is really cool. Some neat technology that goes along with it. And then we do some workup on it, and it tells us how much calcium's there, and it gives us a risk factor on if you're at risk of having some cardiac issues in the future. So we look at is it right for you? So are you a smoker, or do you have high cholesterol, or do you have a sedentary lifestyle? Do you sit kind of in a swivel chair all day? Kind of those things we look at, and if any of those things are you, the test is right for you. You can talk to your doc, get an order. We can get those done within probably a week or so. They're pretty quick, And another bonus, they're cheap. They're like $120-ish.
Wow.
It's looked at by a radiologist, and it gives you those ideas. So it's just a really great test, and it's great to have before you start having issues.
Well, and heart health is something that affects so many of us throughout the country, and so many of us in our own homes. Take me through, really just the impact in that our cardiovascular system, our heart, really does have on us. How many people does heart issues affect when it comes to just everyday Americans? Is it quite substantial?
It is, and I think what people don't realize is that it is the leading cause of death for both men and women.
Wow.
Above cancer.
Really?
Yes, and I think women, it's a little bit tricky, and it's important for women to, it's easily dismissed, or the symptoms are a bit more subtle than men, and kind of your classic typical symptoms. So, women, it's very important to not blow anything off and listen to your body and trust your instincts.
Well, and a question for you. I know that just talking with some of the providers from OSF, I've asked before, just, some of the younger people that are maybe experiencing some, heart issues. And have you seen that just from your side of things too?
Oh, yeah. I think with our diet, less active lifestyle, and then, excessive alcohol intake and tobacco abuse really have kind of launched the cardiovascular risks in today's time.
It's not just a young person issue, or
Yeah.
an older person issue.
Yeah.
It absolutely happens in young people as well. And you could be a runner and have the issues. You could, there's anything. There's just as much genetics as family or as lifestyle that goes in with it. So, like Keely said, it's important to listen to your body, and if something feels wrong, there's something wrong. Get it checked out. So
that's so important, because so many times I just talk about, the obvious, which is, maybe the cigarette smokers or the 4 energy drinks a day and not drinking any water or whatever that does to you. I don't know, probably not very good. But, some of the lifestyle issues. But we don't really talk a little bit more about the genetic side of things, and
Absolutely.
just as important. And that comes back into this test that we're talking about today too, correct?
Yeah.
it does. Absolutely. If you've got family members that have had cardiac issues, have had heart attacks before 50 or things to that effect, if you've had any family members pass away from cardiac issues, this could really be a lifesaver.
Well, and how do we sign up? What's that process look like as we still are on this topic?
Yeah, absolutely. So you just need an order from your physician. So it doesn't matter whether you have an OSF physician or anywhere else.
That's nice.
You can get that prescription just like you're getting medication, from your doctor. You can call our scheduling hotline, 474-4606, and get in and see us. It's very quick and easy, and we get you taken care of. You have results within the week.
And before we take a break here in a couple of minutes and come right back to it, are the symptoms the same, when it comes to, heart issues for both genders? Or does it depend on what we're experiencing, number one, whether it's a heart attack or a stroke or anything like that, or just maybe some premeditated issues? Do the symptoms weigh out to be the same, or does it just depend on the person?
I think going back to women being a little bit more subtle, I think, women traditionally have not presented, with the crushing, stabbing chest pain, the jaw pain that radiates down the arm. It's a bit more subtle. And, I think women, just to speak on that, natural caregivers, and will often put somebody else's needs above their own. And so, tend to kind of blow things off, or we'll try and start ruling some other things out before looking at their heart. I do think that's changing. I think we're, trying to close that gap a bit more, but it's still very much, a prevalent bias.
How early does it start to really maintain, our overall health, and tying this into, our hearts too? Because, I'm 27 years old, but, does it start as early as that, just getting baselines and just knowing where I'm at younger, or at this age? Or when should we really start paying attention to this?
Really depends on your genetics, who you are and what you do. That's always a great thing to discuss with your physician on, I feel a little bit different or whatever. So it's really personalized person to person. It really outlines why you should have a great relationship with your provider and see them on the regular. there's a lot of folks. I myself, until I was in my 30s and even in my 40s, I didn't see a physician regularly.
Really?
That's fascinating. You really, really should, starting early. So there's a lot of things that can be kind of headed off early if you have that relationship.
Absolutely. You guys got a moment to take a quick break?
Sure.
Absolutely.
We're going to pay a bill, $9.21, a little bit of change. We're going to come back. More of this great conversation awaits you right after this on RiverBender.com, Roku TV, and if you listen to it later on Apple Podcasts.
Struggling with depression that just won't go away? At Precision TMS, we offer a non-invasive, drug-free treatment designed to target the areas of the brain linked to mood regulation. Using FDA-cleared transcranial magnetic stimulation, gentle magnetic pulses help reactivate underperforming brain circuits without surgery or sedation. Many patients experience real relief, even after other treatments haven't worked. Our experienced team provides personalized care every step of the way. Contact Precision TMS today to see if TMS therapy is right for you.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
What's up? It's my Keith. What's up, bro? Good, my guy. Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it. This is Dwight Wirtz, president of Wirtz Welding and Tank Service, the nation's premier distributor of tank trailer parts. Dwight has been an outspoken and long-time supporter of the college and is the current chairperson of Lewis and Clark Board of Trustees. Oh, and he's a Lewis and Clark grad.
I'm Dwight Wirtz, and I am a trailblazer.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Welcome back, Daily Show. 9:25, a little bit of change. Our friends of OSF Healthcare back with us. Well, going back in just to this conversation, getting to know you guys a little bit more. Fred, I know that we talked to I think it was it last year? Was it?
It was.
Well, it was last year. Now we're in 2020. I keep forgetting that. Did we talk once or twice last year?
Just once.
Oh, man, my memory's getting bad. Well, take us through just a refresher of your role with OSF real quick, just to familiarize yourself with our audience.
Sure, absolutely. So my name's Fred Sansucci. I'm the Director of Imaging Services. I've been with St. Anthony's not quite 15 years now, kind of rolling up close to it. So I have under my scope kind of everything that you would think of regular imaging, radiology and mammo and nuclear medicine, MRI, CT, things to that effect. We also have neurodiagnostics, so that's EEG and EMG. And then actually at the beginning of this month, I also expanded a little bit, and I'm Director of Sleep Services now at the hospital as well. So just kind of those diagnostic things.
Really important. And, Keely, going into your role a little bit, just to familiarize yourself with our audience.
Yeah, so I'm Keely Nelson. I'm the Director of Critical Care and the Cardiology Service Line. So I have kind of the ICU and respiratory, as well as the diagnostic testing for cardiology, echo, EKG, stress, and then, you have stress.
We share stress.
We share.
I bet.
Plenty of it.
We share a hallway.
We do.
And then also the cardiac cath lab, where our procedures are done.
Mm-hmm. So you guys work, I'm sure, in conjunction quite a bit.
Yes.
We do, absolutely. Quite a bit we work together. And that's part of the great team that we have at OSF St. Anthony's. We've really got some great teams. We don't worry about stepping on each other's toes, because really all we care about is taking care of the patient.
Accomplishing the goal.
Really all that matters to us. So.
Well, and, right following that, too, OSF's, partnerships throughout the region, it seems like, are really, helping the equation, too. Take me through the SSM affiliation real quick.
Yes, that is a fantastic partnership that we had completed a couple years ago, and it has since just grown tremendously with adding more provider services. I think for the biggest thing to note for our Riverbend community is that river just outside this building. A lot of people don't like to cross the river.
True.
So kind of bridging that gap with community medicine, bringing some of that academic level expertise over to our community has been fantastic.
Well, and I'm sure, you hear that from so many individuals, is just bringing that over and not having to drive the 45 minutes or the hour. And, especially for folks that are older and maybe that's their only way to transport over there, it's great to see those additions coming and partnerships that elevate that. And going back into this test real quick, do I need to take off work for the calcium score?
Just if you really want the day off. No, not really.
Don't give me that option.
You come in, it takes about 10 minutes to register or so, and then the test is about 10 minutes as well. So they're really, really quick and easy. We do them kind of all day, every day, so there's no serious restrictions on when you can do that. It's just easy. We try to make it easy. So, the hospital used to be on banker's hour, so you had to take off work to do this. But there are so few days that you get off, and families look like soccer practice and band practice and kind of all those things. So we want to make it easy for you. So that's what we've done.
Fantastic. Well, and I don't know, just to touch on this a little bit more, just what the procedure looks like again, in case someone's just tuning in.
Sure, absolutely. So it's a CAT scan. So if you've seen the big medical shows and such, it's the big donut, right? So it's going to ask you to hold your breath a couple times. There are no IVs. It doesn't hurt. That's about the extent of it. So we put some EKG leads on. You slide back and forth through that donut 3 or 4 times, and you're finished. The work happens once you're actually finished and gone. Then we do the workup. So we start scoring what type of calcium is in those vessels, any blockages, anything to that effect. We do that, and then it goes to the radiologist for their read as well. And then any abnormalities go to the cardiologist, so they can kind of get you set up wherever you need, and recommendations there as well. So it's just easy. That's the main point that we try to make. We make it easy.
Well, it's great for folks to know that, and really, because I'm one of those people that I can find every excuse not to go do something, and just knowing that it really is, that non-invasive and really just that easy to schedule and just efficient too. That's great.
And the piece of not hurting, it also doesn't hurt monetarily. It's about $120, so it's cheap.
Well, and really, one can make the argument it's really a priceless thing, because it's so important to really know where you stand, because you don't know until you know.
Correct.
Yeah. And I think, we've got a couple of testimonials of some patients that, that we were able to identify a high risk, and then we were able to set up their procedure in the cardiac cath lab and intervened and gave them a new lease on life.
Well, and so that's actually great to touch on real quick before we wrap up with the walk here. So if you do catch something, is that what happens? Is there's just a procedure at that point that you got a protocol to follow?
And that's where we, our collaboration is so important. It's something as simple as a phone call and say, hey, I've got to, let's get this set up. We get them in with the cardiologist. We'll set up their procedure. Depending on symptoms, how soon we need to get them in, and go on from there.
It's just incredible.
It's great continuity of care. I mean, we can go directly from CT into cardiac, catheterization or stents or whatever is necessary, we've got all the physicians here. You don't have to go across the river. It's just we've got all the specialties here, and it's funny. We speak to the doctors specifically, and they tell us that our equipment that we have invested in is even better than what you get across the river.
Yes.
So the old adage that you have to cross the river to get great care is 100% wrong. We've got newer equipment with better technology than even they do there.
Fantastic. Well, I completely agree. Just here, and I know nothing about medicine, I'll be honest with you, besides what you guys send me, but reading the articles and just seeing some of the testimonials that are attached to those too, it's just incredible, all across the board from all different departments too within OSF. And before we wrap up today, it's 9:31, but take me through how you're finally, lastly, I guess, raising awareness for Heart Awareness Month.
Yeah, so every year the American Heart Association puts on the Heart Walk, which is, nationwide, but here in St. Louis, this year it'll be May 30th at Westport Plaza. And so St. Anthony's, we couple years in a row now have had a team that we do some fundraising to raise money for the American Heart Association. But then the big bonus is on May 30th, we get to all get together and walk for one purpose, which is just raising heart awareness for those affected.
How do I join your team?
So we can add the team flyer. We've got a QR code that you can sign up.
Yeah, send it to us. We'll attach it too.
Absolutely. And all donations are welcomed.
Oh, fantastic. We'll make sure that we link everything in a write-up on RiverBender.com. Quick question, Fred. I've seen these. I got to ask you because I was going to ask you last time. I completely forgot. This is a CJ question. So I've seen these videos. Can this happen where like a piece of metal is like in a room and it gets sucked into the machine? Because I've seen these all over Facebook, and I don't know if it's AI or if that's really a machine at work.
So it's real. So that is MRI specific. So magnetic resonance imaging. They're very, very powerful magnets. So you think of your refrigerator magnet, right? That's a permanent magnet, and it kind of pulls. This one can pick up your car. So truly it is dangerous. That's why we are so safe. Everyone's screened before they get close to the room. There's 4 separate zones that you have to go through. It's a very, very it's a great diagnostic tool, but it's something that you have to respect because it can be very dangerous. Man. So the videos that you see, there are probably some that are AI, but many of those are real.
This would be a missile.
It would be. Yep.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm glad we touched on that just to talk about your guys' safety protocol too, the 4 steps, and really just touching on that too.
For sure.
Thank you guys so much as always for stopping by.
Thanks for having
CJ.
us.
9:33, a little bit of change. We're going to be talking to Alice and Co. in just a couple of minutes. Stridin and Survivin, a great organization. We'll get all the details on upcoming fundraisers and ways we can support them. Oh, real quick, OSF, got to brag about you guys. So I told you that my daughter was sick over the last week, and, my weekend was a little bit different, but that's okay. That's what it's all about. We realized on Friday, it just was time to take her into an urgent care. We called the doctor. That was kind of the best thing to do, just to get seen. And we were going to go to an urgent care, but it was just, we were going to have to wait till 7 p.m. and it was 10 a.m. on a Friday. And it's like, we don't have that time. And I went, CJ, what the heck are you doing? Go to OSF on Godfrey Road. I really did. I even said that in the car. We went right down, and you guys took care of us so quickly. It was the first time we took Estella in there. But just the care that we got, everyone that we talked to was great. And, tested her for RSV. She was positive. But then we got the note, hey, she'll be good by Monday. She's on the tail end of this. And it's just knowing, and really just getting seen quick and really being what prompt care is. Prompt and right there, and really just another great thing. So if you're sick this flu season, cold season, or if your child is unfortunately sick this RSV season or bug season, make sure you go and check out OSF Healthcare Prompt Care Office on Godfrey Road. They'll take care of you like family, and don't forget to tell them that you know who sent you over there.
Struggling with depression that just won't go away? At Precision TMS, we offer a non-invasive, drug-free treatment designed to target the areas of the brain linked to mood regulation. Using FDA-cleared transcranial magnetic stimulation, gentle magnetic pulses help reactivate underperforming brain circuits without surgery or sedation. Many patients experience real relief, even after other treatments haven't worked. Our experienced team provides personalized care every step of the way. Contact Precision TMS today to see if TMS therapy is right for you.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
What's up? It's my Keith. What's up, bro? Good, my guy. Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it. This is Dwight Wirtz, president of Wirtz Welding and Tank Service, the nation's premier distributor of tank trailer parts. Dwight has been an outspoken and long-time supporter of the college and is the current chairperson of Lewis and Clark Board of Trustees. Oh, and he's a Lewis and Clark grad.
I'm Dwight Wirtz, and I am a trailblazer.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Oh, welcome back. Daily Show, 9:37, little bit of change, and with Alice, and with Angel. Stridin and Survivin. This is one of my favorite groups I talk to.
Oh, thank you.
Great stuff. And coming up on March the 1st, it's at least we're almost halfway through February. January and February are, to me, the toughest months to get through around here. And you can start off your first day of March by going to a really cool vendor fair and supporting a great organization. Are we looking great for March the 1st?
We are looking really good for March the 1st. So we have a lot of vendors, a lot of variety. We have someone that makes barrettes for little girls. We have a lot of jewelry. We have healthy things. We have cookies and cakes and all kinds of things like that. We have a pet bakery coming in. I love that one. A lot of things that are I can't talk today. That are the laser type printing and stuff. So we have a big variety this time.
Fantastic. Well, in the spring vendor fair, you guys always just do a fantastic job with bringing different vendors in and also giving the folks just more chances to have fun and really just enjoy the day. And now, so about 40 you have this year?
Close to 40.
And now, are you still looking for vendors?
We are. We have a few tables left, so if somebody would be interested, we would have them contact us.
And you see on the your screen there now, the StridinandSurvivin.org website. That's Stridin and Survivin. Click on the Book Now tab, and that will take you to a contact form, and you guys will be in touch to confirm that.
It actually takes you to the online sign-up for the vendor fair.
Oh, perfect.
So.
Let's click on it right there.
Yep.
And then you're ready to go. And, you know, when it comes to the Sip and Shop, how much is it to get in?
It's free.
Love it.
Free parking, free to get in. Our vendor fair, our vendors support us so much on our auctions and that, because every vendor donates product that we can sell at our silent and oral auctions at our big event. So we try to keep it as reasonable as we can for both them and for the guests. And the Knights of Columbus always do a barbecue, and it's on the first Sunday of the month. So we try to make sure that our vendor fairs land on the first of the month, so you can come and eat and shop and visit.
I actually think that they try to do their barbecue on our vendor fair.
Oh, that makes sense.
Well, let's just say we work together.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and the first 50 guests receive swag bags.
Yeah, we have one. It's not finished by any means, but...
Oh, this is cool.
So we have trinkets, we have like can coolies, keychains, we have exact time and watch battery coupons, we have Chava's free taco, we have some Tide sticks in some of them.
That's fantastic.
So, and we don't have everything yet, so we have people still bring them. We have some Scentsy melts that aren't in there yet, and some other vendors that are going to donate. So we have a pretty good variety.
Soap in here?
Yeah, Buff City soap.
Wow.
So
that's a cool swag bag, and you guys can first 50 pick up one of these, correct?
Yes.
Well, and now also too, there's going to be two special drawings, correct?
There are.
Fill me in on how we can win and what we're winning.
Well, to win the two special drawings, you have to shop at our vendors that are at the higher donation level. So our vendors either donate a $30 product or a $75 product. And those that donate at the $75, when people buy from them, they mark a little sheet that says how much they spent, and those people get one coupon for every $10 spent, and they get put in the drawing for the two big prizes. I believe that we have a nice Vera Bradley travel bag this time.
Oh, wow.
And I'm thinking that we also have something in Pampered Chef that we're going to give away. So
that'll be fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, and you guys can, and you don't have to, you can be there all day, or you can stop in for a few minutes. It's 1 to 4:30 p.m. So it's that open house kind of
absolutely
feel to it. And it's free admission, free parking. There are still hourly attendance prizes as well on top of that.
There are.
What do those look like?
Well, I'm still working on those.
They could be anywhere from a candle to a bag of some sorts, or just things that we have.
Fantastic. And like I said, first 50 guests receive swag bags. And what I think is so cool, and we talked about this when we started the show, is you guys have a great cause and really just a great benefit to Stridin and Survivin. And take us through, just for the folks maybe that haven't gotten to know you yet, just your mission and some of the work that you all do throughout the year.
Okay. So our mission is to raise awareness and funding for cancer research and for patient services. And the patient services portion, we have our Fuel the Cure program. And we...
oh, I like this shirt. Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah.
We started it in 23, and, we were just getting started, so there weren't as many people that sent items or sent requests to us. 24, I think we were around 85 that we gave gas cards to.
Wow.
In 25, we gave 99 gas cards out. And then we have just been bombarded in the month of January and February. So
really,
there's been a lot of people that really needed the help in that. So we do that, but we also do a blanket drive in the fall, and we took, we had 3 places we took blankets, I believe, and so there was like 150 blankets that we gave away.
The same place that we our care packages.
Right.
That we is Siteman and
OSF.
Shiloh. Yeah.
OSF here in Alton, and Bill Hart's in Maryville.
Yeah.
So those received the blankets, and then we have a couple others. There's a place in Highland at St. Joe's Hospital, and in Litchfield there's a what do they call it? It's a it's a treatment center.
They don't infusion, isn't it?
No, I don't think they do the infusions there. I think they just do radiation
therapy.
So we took multiple times through the year, we took care packages. Care packages are in a smaller bag like this, and they have like a smoothie, they have chapstick, they have hand lotion, They have lemon drops. I think I'm missing something, but anyway.
I don't think so.
So we try to make sure that they get those 2 to 3 times a year. So we made some big deliveries in November, right before the holidays, and so now we're ready to get some more funding and be able to keep going with that. So
you were talking about the Fuel the Cure, and we're always need donations for that because, like she said, we've had bombarded since January 1st. So they could always go on the website and donate on there.
Absolutely. And why don't we do that? We'll go back, and before we take a break, I'm going to show you how you can donate and be a part of Stridin and Survivin. You can see this on your screen now. By going to StridinandSurvivin.org, right past events, you'll see Fuel the Cure. It'll give you all these great details about what this does. You can insert the requester name and send it for that. But if you can donate right here, that Donate Now button, whether it's a one-time donation or if you can switch that over to a monthly recurring, those are highly, highly appreciated.
Right.
And really help. Friends don't let friends fight cancer alone, and Stridin and Survivin really does a great job of making sure of that. We'll take a quick break, 9:47, a little bit of change. We'll come back, talk about the spring vendor fair some more. We'll also talk about a preview of the upcoming fundraiser, because I know we'll be talking about that in depth in a couple of weeks. You stay there, and we'll be here.
Struggling with depression that just won't go away? At Precision TMS, we offer a non-invasive, drug-free treatment designed to target the areas of the brain linked to mood regulation. Using FDA-cleared transcranial magnetic stimulation, gentle magnetic pulses help reactivate underperforming brain circuits without surgery or sedation. Many patients experience real relief, even after other treatments haven't worked. Our experienced team provides personalized care every step of the way. Contact Precision TMS today to see if TMS therapy is right for you.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
What's up? It's Mike Keith. What's up, bro? Good, my guy. Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it. This is Dwight Wirtz, president of Wirtz Welding and Tank Service, the nation's premier distributor of tank trailer parts. Dwight has been an outspoken and long-time supporter of the college and is the current chairperson of Lewis and Clark Board of Trustees. Oh, and he's a Lewis and Clark grad.
I'm Dwight Wirtz, and I am a trailblazer.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Welcome back. 9:50. You couldn't hear that. I always love those parts of my show because that's whenever I really get to do my show, you know? Oh, man. We're back with Alice. We're back with Angel. Stridin and Survivin, March the 1st, vendor fair. And April the 11th is the upcoming fundraiser.
Yes.
Before we go back to the vendor fair and let me do my job better, there's a sipping component of the vendor fair. The fundraiser is a really great opportunity for all of us to really go all out and support you. I know we'll talk about this in depth, but can you give us a preview of what's to come on April the 11th?
Yes, we are holding it at the Moose Lodge in Edwardsville. We have the Dave Mendoza Band for entertainment.
So good.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah. It's a catered meal. I know we will have fried chicken because we made the mistake of not having it once, and we found out that people really wanted the chicken.
It's like, where's the chicken?
So it's a catered meal. The tickets include beer and soda. Mixed drinks are available at the bar. And we will have a silent auction, an oral auction, and multiple raffles going on. Wow. So
fantastic. And do we know how much tickets are going to be?
Yes. Adults are $30. Children, I think it's 7 to 12, I believe, are 15, and under 7 are free.
Perfect. And we'll touch on that here in a couple of weeks. Back into the March the 1st Vendor Spring Sip and Shop Fair. Where is this going to be located again?
It's at the hall in Edwardsville, which is the old KC Hall in Edwardsville.
That's a nice spot.
It is a nice spot. So,
and that's on Marine Road, isn't it?
It is.
Fantastic, and we'll link that too. And going into back into the fun of the event, there's about 40, but there's still time. We already showed you how that you can apply to be a vendor for the Sip and Shop. And what's some good FAQs? Is there anything you'd like the public to know about when it comes to parking or just how the event runs that you like to address or get out?
Parking is a little bit limited.
Okay.
So it helps if people just go sporadically through the day. You know, we're there from 1 to 4:30, so if they can just be patient. But the swag bag is for only the first 50 that go through. So for those people that want the swag, they need to come right away. The event, like I said, it has the barbecue, so they can either stop in and have lunch and then come shop, or they can shop, have lunch, or they can shop, take carryouts. They have lots of options on that. And if they want dessert, like I said, we have 3 different bakers coming, all with something different. And, we have like dipped items, like a dipped Rice Krispie treats. We have cookies, and then we have some fancier treats that are coming. So that's always exciting. We have an author, and we have a few people that do things with crochet.
Oh, wow.
We have the press on nails with Color Street. We have a t-shirt bar that is pressed while you wait.
Yeah, you can get this.
Yep,
if
our
you like.
Fuel the
Oh,
Cure.
wow. That's a nice shirt. You can get that there?
Yes. Actually, last year they made us special ones for Halloween. And
they're so cute.
with a little ghost on it. And then
They're so cute.
We always volunteer in our community because they help us a lot. And so at Christmas time, we help with the kids' Christmas program, and they made us Christmas shirts, which were kind of neat. With all we want for Christmas is a cure. So
those are nice.
Yeah.
And we volunteer for Halloween and
Christmas.
For Christmas.
Yes.
They're in Hamel.
Fantastic.
It's fun time. Kids are so cute.
That's awesome. Well, I love the community give back there too, and just the collaboration that's among it. All right, and real quick before we go back and circle back with all the ins and outs of the event one more time and all those good details, is there anything else that we can do to support you throughout the year? I know that we've seen the way that we can donate online. That's the best way if you can do that. And 501c3 and Uncle Sam will love you so much so that he'll let you deduct it. Yes. And that's just for folks that are doing their contributions this year and need it. That's always something great to look out for, a great local organization. Is there any other fun opportunities to go support you guys throughout the year that we haven't touched on?
Well, obviously, we've already talked about the dinner auction on the 11th. We have a yard sale, excuse me.
It's a community yard sale.
Okay.
That brings in a lot of people. We just receive items from whoever wants to donate. Angel, you need to keep talking.
From several different people. It could be from all of us volunteers to people in Hamill. They just call us and we'll say, sure, we have a trailer that we put it in. And our what's a good thing about our yard sale is that none of our items have a sticker price. It's all donations.
That's cool.
So if you walk in and you see that shirt you love, you said, well, just give us what you think.
Mm-hmm. We've had people pay us for the air they breathed.
Yes.
They actually didn't find anything they wanted, and they made a $20 donation
on the way out.
And when we looked at them, and they said, well, I had to breathe the air, didn't I?
That's
fantastic.
Those are some of our favorites,
Right.
That's so cool.
And they come every year.
Hamill's a great community.
Yeah. It is a little small, great community. Alice actually lives there.
Yes. And I mean, the donations come from farther than just
sure.
It's all over, yeah.
So if they don't want to, have to sell it themselves or take it somewhere, it's a good thing for us.
Just talking to somebody, I need to go to my house and do a purge.
Well,
there you go.
This is a new one for us. We are also going to be part of one of the Grizzly games in August.
Oh, wow, that's
fun. Yes, that's another thing we could do.
So it's a cancer themed event on August 16th.
Yes.
And so we're pretty excited about that event coming up.
That's new. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll have our fall sip and shop in the first weekend of October. So
that is fantastic. Keep up the great work, guys, and really just always a pleasure to have you on the show, and really just love what you do, because those contributions, I can only imagine, just the moment a gas card's received. And, one of those things that we might take for granted or not even think about that go, we've already talked about how far those go, and the blankets, you name it. It's just really cool. We'll link everything in a write-up on RiverBender.com. The time's 9:58. We'll come back in the 10 o'clock hour with top of the hour news, and we'll just ramble on this Monday morning after
Struggling with depression that just won't go away? At Precision TMS, we offer a non-invasive, drug-free treatment designed to target the areas of the brain linked to mood regulation. Using FDA-cleared transcranial magnetic stimulation, gentle magnetic pulses help reactivate underperforming brain circuits without surgery or sedation. Many patients experience real relief, even after other treatments haven't worked. Our experienced team provides personalized care every step of the way. Contact Precision TMS today to see if TMS therapy is right for you.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
What's up? It's Mike Keith. What's up, bro? Good, my guy. Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it. This is Dwight Wirtz, president of Wirtz Welding and Tank Service, the nation's premier distributor of tank trailer parts. Dwight has been an outspoken and long-time supporter of the college and is the current chairperson of Lewis and Clark Board of Trustees. Oh, and he's a Lewis and Clark grad.
I'm Dwight Wirtz, and I am a trailblazer.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Daily Show. Welcome back. 10:01 is the time on this Monday morning. Great conversations come your way. Our State of the Race coverage continues in just 9 minutes' time. Top of the hour news now. Here's what you need to know. Here's what we're following on this 9th day of February. Alton police are still investigating that shooting in the Alton Acres neighborhood that left one person in critical condition. Here's what you need to know. Officers were dispatched around 9:08 p.m. Saturday, February the 7th, to a home in the 3100th block of Lawn Street after a report of a gunshot victim. Police say the victim was treated at the scene and transported by the Alton Fire Department to a local hospital, then later transferred to a St. Louis area hospital. At the time of the posting, the victim in critical condition. Chief Jared Ford said investigators identified the person of interest, the parties known to each other. The person of interest contacted about 9:30 p.m. and at the time of the posting was held at the Alton City Jail pending investigation. We'll keep you updated when more details on this case do emerge. Also in the news today, fire crews quickly contained a house fire in the 7100th block of Barton Mills Court after being dispatched at 10:08 a.m. Friday, February the 6th. Edwardsville Deputy Fire Chief Bob Morgan said the attached garage was fully engulfed when firefighters arrived. 3 residents inside the home evacuated on their own and were not injured. Crews attacked the fire from outside with the garage door down. Then they deployed a second hose line to prevent flames from spreading into the living space. The residents are currently displaced, but Deputy Fire Chief Morgan said the home and most belongings should be salvageable. Multiple departments assisted in this fire. A $50 million federal investment is reshaping wetlands and public access along western Calhoun County. Here's what we know. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers is leading a multi-phase effort at Redd's Landing and Gillett Slough under the Upper Mississippi River Restoration Program. On February the 9th, officials say active work is currently underway to restore habitat in Pool 25 near Gillett. Plans include water control structures, an 8,000-foot sediment deflection berm, pump stations, reforestation, and bank stabilization to support water, fowl, and fish alike. The updated master plan also targets boat ramps, restrooms, shoreline fishing, primitive camping, and cultural site protection. You can see a full story at RiverBender.com/news. Finally, in the news this morning, early voting now underway in Madison County for the March 17th general primary election, giving residents more flexibility to cast ballots before Election Day. County Clerk Andreas says early voting helps voters avoid long lines and choose a time that fits their schedule. Voting continues through the day before Election Day for early voting, and voters may use any designated early voting site in the county, regardless of precinct. As of February the 9th, early voting available at the Madison County Administration Building in Edwardsville, with additional locations opening in March in Alton, Granite City, Bethalto, Collinsville, Godfrey, Highland, Madison, SIUE, and Woods River. And that's a look at what's happening around the Riverbend this morning. Let's take a look at weather. 32 degrees in downtown Alton. It feels like 40 out there. Today, abundant sunshine. This is the first day I haven't said cloudy in about a week. Tonight, clear. Right now, air quality, something you should take note of. I need to take a Claritin. It's at 57, which is moderate, and it's only going to continue to worsen throughout the day. Temperatures today will reach about 55 degrees and drop down to 37 overnight as we head into Tuesday. On Tuesday, partly cloudy skies, a high of 60, a low of 27, and on Wednesday, a high of 50, a low of 30. On Thursday, a 55% chance of precipitation. Otherwise, just mostly cloudy and a typical February day, a high of 47, a low of 32. On Friday, we head into Valentine's Day weekend. We aren't going to say we're going to get that wintry mix yet. There's a 0.25% chance of it, 25%. Saturday's looking more like the wintry mix and that rain component, but stay tuned to RiverBender.com/weather on that. We're going to keep the rain out of the forecast right now on Friday and some of that precipitation, a high of 52, a low of 32, and that's a look at your next 5 days. Here's what's happening now. It's 33 degrees in the heart of the 618 for time and temperature throughout the day. 618-465-4545. This time powered by Tom Lane. He's your local State Farm agent. You can also stay up to date in real time all the time by downloading the RiverBender.com app today. Hey, real quick, Valentine's Day is coming up, and RiverBender.com is a big component of our mission, is to be a part of your life, be a part of the community. That's how we started 20 years ago, and that's what we continue today. It started off as just that, town square, and we evolved with these new additions with news. The shows come in. I'm glad to be a part of the team, but, we still want to tell your story, and right now at RiverBender.com/love, you can tell us your love story, and we'll submit it, and we'll showcase it right here to the Riverbender region on both sides of the Metro East, the most viewed platform for news on this side of the Mississippi. Are you the cutest couple around? Well, we'll find out. Share your love story with us. Submit a photo and tell us when you met, what makes your relationship special. Everything, of course, and a memory you have together. We want to thank Duke Bakery, Josephine's, Eclipse Car Wash, Patty's Pedals, Jitlin's, Joe's Pizza, and all of our great sponsors. You can find out more at RiverBender.com/love. That's RiverBender.com/love. A quick break. Daily Show continues. State of the race coverage right after a commercial.
Struggling with depression that just won't go away? At Precision TMS, we offer a non-invasive, drug-free treatment designed to target the areas of the brain linked to mood regulation. Using FDA-cleared transcranial magnetic stimulation, gentle magnetic pulses help reactivate underperforming brain circuits without surgery or sedation. Many patients experience real relief, even after other treatments haven't worked. Our experienced team provides personalized care every step of the way. Contact Precision TMS today to see if TMS therapy is right for you.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
What's up? It's Mike Keith. What's up, bro? Good, my guy. Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it. This is Dwight Wirtz, president of Wirtz Welding and Tank Service, the nation's premier distributor of tank trailer parts. Dwight has been an outspoken and long-time supporter of the college and is the current chairperson of Lewis and Clark Board of Trustees. Oh, and he's a Lewis and Clark grad.
I'm Dwight Wirtz, and I am a trailblazer.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Daily Show, 10:10. I'm on time. How about that? Normally it looks like 2:70 back there. We got Marcy Geldert Murphy, and she's a candidate on the Democrat side of things, running for state senate in the Illinois 56th district. March 17th is just, man, it's coming.
It is coming up quick.
I had a pleasure to meet you during the tree lighting ceremony.
Yes.
It's all coming back to me
I
now.
love that. Good for you.
You know, take me through just your thoughts, where you're at currently, before we get to know you, before we get into the meat of the conversation. How are you feeling day after the Super Bowl, and we're almost a month away from the big day?
I'm starting to feel the sense of urgency because the date's coming up, and I'm in engineering, we have project due dates, or construction due dates. So I get it.
And those are real due dates.
Yes. As a matter of fact, I loved in your intro seeing the Clark Bridge because that was my very first project.
Was it really?
Yeah, I was on the team that built the bridge.
That's fantastic. And I actually saw something on social media that it's one of the only cable bridges around in the air or in the country. It's one of a very few where how it's built.
Well, yes, it was the biggest project at the time in the state of Illinois. Wow. Yes.
That's cool.
Which, considering that we have Chicago up there, that's pretty impressive.
That really is. And just cool to hear that you were on that team a little bit, too.
Yes.
Well, and, take me through this. You decided to throw your hat in the race for state senate. You're a part of the primary. What leads up to that decision? Before we go into the platform and the true whys,
sure.
What's that conversation look like? What were you thinking?
Well, my youngest son, and I attended a town hall in Collinsville, and they were really sort of challenging the audience. Hey, you should consider to run. We need more people getting involved. And my son was elbowing me and said, Mom, you need to do this. Uh-huh. And I thought, I do. I do have the experience. I do have the expertise. I can bring value. I really can. So I approached the members in attendance that were candidates, and said, okay, I'm interested. What do I need to do? Let's do this. And that's how it started.
So there was never really a precursor story to this. It starts at a town hall.
Right.
What have you learned along the way, since making that decision to put your name on the petitions and get those signatures? What have you learned, picked up?
I've learned that I have such great respect for the community that's out there doing all the heavy lifting, for our local campaigns, our local political parties. I think we all take it for granted along the way. It's just going to happen, and you don't understand all that goes into it. And it's a whole community of people that I had not been acquainted with, to be very honest with you. I've always been involved on the policy side of legislation, but I wasn't on the campaign side.
Take me through the people you've gotten to meet, because, you have such a unique district, and I think all the candidates really in the Illinois side of the Metro East do, because it truly is so diverse from different viewpoints. And I still think the old blue-collar union worker's still alive in so many voters. I don't know. I'm not the expert here, but I can see that just from some of the turnouts over the years covering this. And it's got to be fascinating to really encounter so many, different thoughts, walks of life, but also I'm sure to hear that really, I'm sure some of the same issues are, the issues they face are pretty much the same, just on a different side of the coin.
Exactly. We do have a really diverse district. And what's cool is my background, I grew up economically insecure.
Okay.
Our family waited in line for the cheese, the government cheese and the government butter, and we were very grateful for that. So I understand when people are challenged economically, and that follows you your whole life. Yeah. I don't care what difference it makes, later in life. So as I'm going around and talking to people, it really depends on the generation who I'm talking to, right? When I'm talking to young people, they want job security. They want a leg up to that middle class that they've heard about. Mm-hmm. They want to have health insurance. When I talk to those who are close to retirement age, they also want health care. They want to affordably retire where they live and be able to stay in their own homes. Yeah. And so It's the same, but it's a little bit different, depending on what stage in life you're in. And Alton in particular, I started my career here.
Wow, yeah.
And I saw how strong the union was here. And I saw how strong the industry was here. And I see how we haven't been able to keep that pace going, right? And it's a variety of reasons. But what I can bring to Springfield is understanding that process and understanding what it meant back in 92 when the bridge, 92 and 93 when I was on the bridge, and today looking back at what's happened over the years. We've got to look at what we're doing for our communities, that it is sustainable and that it is lifelong. We've got to look long term. We're getting too transactional with everything that we're doing, meaning what is this going to do right now for us instead of what's it going to do for the next generation?
Well, and see, that's a really fascinating, component of this too, because, I get a lot of press releases on different viewpoints on, how this should go and how if I was the janitor of a different elementary school, all those different things.
Sure.
And to really to hear that, next generational question, what's that impact look like? Does it fix it now? Great. But what's that look like in the next couple of years, or what's that look like for my grandkids or their kids?
Right.
That's a fascinating component. And when you're talking with, your potential voters, or you're talking with folks that are getting ready to sign the petitions, or just people you meet in the community, is it that concern for them too was on their mind, is the first question. And then the follow-up would be, is affordability the biggest issue you're hearing right now, or is it something different that you're hearing affect the 56 district voters?
Well, I'm hearing both actually: affordability, rent, mortgage, groceries, healthcare, all the costs of things. I had a young gentleman say, my tire blew out. I need my car to get to my job. I didn't have enough money to buy a new tire, so I had to go and get a crappy tire to put on my car. I hope it lasts until I get my next check. I grew up like that. I understand what that's like, but when we're talking about long term, when I explain to them the fact that we used to look at things that way, we did. They get it. They do get it. And they wish that somebody was there fighting for them. I will tell you, a lot of people no longer have confidence or trust in those who are making our laws. I'm not saying it's totally justified. I'm just saying they're not seeing the impacts that are helping them at home, right? So it's just based on the evidence that they're seeing. And so I want to help restore the trust in those who are legislating policy and laws for people back home. I want them to know that if you send me up there, I do have your best interests in mind.
That's fascinating too. And that's where I was really going with the first kind of part of meeting the different voters, because it's so diverse. Does that come up a little bit where it's not really a matter of if you're a Republican, a Democrat, if you are running as a Tea Party candidate, or you name it? It's just there's a trust gap.
Yes. One of the things with my industry, I'm a civil engineer, and I belong to the American Society of Civil Engineers. And one of the things you have to do is you have to agree to the Code of Ethics. That is first and foremost. If you're a member, you abide by the Code of Ethics. And we're hard on each other in our profession. Yeah. We hold each other to that Code of Ethics. A lot of professions don't quite do it to that same degree. But in our profession, we do. And so when I say I am going to do something, like when I said I was going to run, I'm running. This is not just I'm saying I want to do it. I want to affect change. And so when I talk to voters, especially young voters, we had a game night in Granite City at Board Gamery.
Okay.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I couldn't believe the turnout. And they were all Gen Zs,
That's cool.
And several came up and said, I'm not registered to vote, but I am going to register to vote, and I'm going to vote for you. Because they understand, once you talk to them and help them to understand the importance of staying engaged, getting engaged, that they do have a say. Yeah. They can make a difference. So many people think, well, it doesn't matter. I can't make a difference. Yes, you can. We all can. I can make a difference. That's why I'm getting involved. Was I before involved in politics? No. But I see the value that my experience and my expertise can bring town home here in Southern Illinois.
Well, and follow up to that too is, I'm sure that there's political burnout right now too, and it doesn't really. That's not a partisan statement. I feel like that's across the board. People are probably just not saying everyone, but just when's it's just what's next on the news kind of question.
Right.
How is it difficult for you when you're going around and campaigning to differentiate with your potential voter of the federal side of things going on right now and what you can do on a statewide position for the community?
It is something that I find I constantly have to remind people because they are so attuned to what's happening federally, but then help them to understand what we have the power to do at the state level, which is profound, but we can't change everything when it comes to federal. I'll give you an example though of when it's really important on the state side to affect what's happening federally. When the levees were remapped early on, many, many years ago, FEMA remapped, and basically our levees were no longer able to withstand a 100-year event, right? The Corps of Engineers said it's going to take 40 years to get those levees up to par to meet the 100-year event. Wow. 40 years. So what the counties did, Madison County, St. Clair County, and Monroe County, they got together. Bipartisan, by the way. They were not all Democrats. It's 2 Democrats and a Republican. And they decided to pass a sales tax to get the funding to themselves improve the levees to meet that 100-year event. They were able to do it in 10 years. So that was a federal ruling, a federal decision, a national decision that affected us locally. All those warehouses you see on 270 on either side, they're there today because the state and the local leadership reacted collaboratively to address it.
And I'm glad we're stopping on this point for the break, and we're going to come back and circle back to that because, speaking of factories and speaking of, union jobs, and it's great to know those impacts that what a statewide legislator body can make and really just where your role comes into play. Let's talk about, when we come back, the Alton Steel issue a little bit because I know that that was on your mind, and we'll talk about a couple of more issues too. It's 10:22, state of the race. I keep saying 2025, 2026, I'm still, stuck in this mode. We're getting ready for the March 17th primary with Marcy Geldert Murphy. She's a candidate on the Democratic side of things for state senate in Illinois' 56th district. More conversation next.
Struggling with depression that just won't go away? At Precision TMS, we offer a non-invasive, drug-free treatment designed to target the areas of the brain linked to mood regulation. Using FDA-cleared transcranial magnetic stimulation, gentle magnetic pulses help reactivate underperforming brain circuits without surgery or sedation. Many patients experience real relief, even after other treatments haven't worked. Our experienced team provides personalized care every step of the way. Contact Precision TMS today to see if TMS therapy is right for you.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
What's up? It's my Keith. What's up, bro? Good, my guy. Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it. This is Dwight Wirtz, president of Wirtz Welding and Tank Service, the nation's premier distributor of tank trailer parts. Dwight has been an outspoken and long-time supporter of the college and is the current chairperson of Lewis and Clark Board of Trustees. Oh, and he's a Lewis and Clark grad.
I'm Dwight Wirtz, and I am a trailblazer.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Welcome back. Daily Show. State of the Race 2026. We're in with candidate for state senate on the Democratic side of things in the 56th District of Illinois, Marcy Geldert Murphy. And, take me through a little bit more of your platform. What you're really running on for voters. And I know we're going to touch on Alton Steel here in a couple of minutes, but really want to give you that time to
Absolutely.
To air that out and make sure we talk about it.
My three key issues are opportunity, which is about infrastructure and what infrastructure does. You build infrastructure, it helps good paying, union paid jobs, and it also improves the small businesses that benefit from that infrastructure. Second is public education. I want a safe, healthy place where students can go to enrich themselves and be set up for success, and parents know their children are safe and can go to work. Mm-hmm. And lastly, healthcare. We have got to bridge the gap that is being, put in place by the national clawing back on Medicare. We have to make sure that we take care, especially our elderly, our disabled, and our veterans. We got to take care of our community with our healthcare shortfalls that are being inflicted on us nationally.
Well, and if it's okay, can we talk about your experience with the healthcare system?
Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
And I don't want to put you on the spot at all if you don't.
I think it's a good example. I have been able to see both sides. Growing up, we did not have good health insurance. Luckily, I have union health insurance. My husband's in the Teamsters 916. In 2016, I was in Washington, D.C. I was at a fly-in for ASCE. I'd just gone and met with my state representative, was headed back to the hotel. I was in a terrible elevator accident. I don't remember anything about it. I was unconscious when they found me, and I was in a coma for 8 days. I ended up being in the hospital for several months. I had to learn to eat, sleep, walk, talk, the whole thing all over again. I've had 9 surgeries on my spine. I've got a new knee over a process. I would be bankrupt today if I did not have that good union insurance. If that had happened to me while I was growing up with my family where we did not have good health insurance, we would not be where we are today. So I understand what that's like. Not only to be able to afford the health care you need to recover from such a devastating accident, but to know that you can get groceries and you can have your kids taken care of, and, life goes on. Rough, but it goes on without trying to do the day-to-day things that you need to pay for. There's a lot of people who can't do that. I'm very blessed.
Yeah, 1,000%. And, I'm sure that there's so many people that are going to watch this or are watching this now or listening to it that have connected to that, maybe don't have that insurance, and there's so many people that I know, and this is just a off the personal thing, is that they've had to decide, do I pay for, the insurance this year whenever, they're small business owners or,
right.
You never know. And
right.
It does happen.
Do I fill this prescription or do I get groceries?
Yeah, 100%.
Yes.
Going, into back to Alton, this steel mill closure, Alton Steel, it was Laclede, now Alton Steel. That's a big deal that rocked a lot of families. And speaking of groceries and speaking of bills, I'm sure that That's front of mind on those workers as they're
Absolutely.
still trying to, find employment. And, in your position now, you're, not in office yet, but, if you were, in office and this happens, what's your thought, what's the way to tackle this and what's the way to help the workers?
Well, the news of Alton Steel was devastating. It really made me sick to my stomach when I heard it. And quite frankly, even the industry that I'm in, this affects us, civil engineering. So I immediately got on the phone. I called, I've got connections at the Department of Economic Development. I said, hey, what's available? What grants are available? What can we do? I talked to Mary Lamy with the Bi-State Freight.
She's been on the show a couple of times.
She's amazing. And I said, hey, what's going on? What can we do? What can we help? Where can we go? And I also called local and county leadership and said, where can we go with this? What are some options? The fact of the matter is that I am a collaborator. That is my career, is collaboration. As a civil engineer, you have to work with the owner, whether that be city, state, county, private, even in development side, industry, industrial. We also work with the stakeholders, the public, right? We work with the agencies that oversee the natural resources that are impacted by this. So we have to work together with everybody. We have to. That's part of the process. And that's what needs to happen here, as far as I'm concerned. This is a powerhouse in Alton when it comes to freight and logistics. We have an inland waterway, that beautiful resource, the Mississippi River. We have 6 Class 1 railroads that have access here. We have a great bridge that I was part of building and an interstate system that thankfully the last generation built for us. We have everything in place. We are a day's drive away from all the industrial centers around when you talk about Kansas City, Columbus, Nashville, Chicago. This is a powerhouse here. So if we get it together and collaborate, we can make something happen here that is not only going to reverse course for Alton, it's going to reverse course for the whole region, and it's going to be a long-lasting solution that's not just for this generation, but for future generations. We need to look at this solution holistically. We can't be short-sighted moving forward, and we need to move quickly at the same time.
Before I let you go, what's your final thought right now as it sits, just for a prospective voter out there, that any information that you'd like to get out before the March 17th primary?
Oh, thank you, CJ. I really appreciate that. So if anybody wants to know more about me, they can go to my website, www.marcie, Illinois.info. And I can always use more donations. Pennies and dimes and nickels and dollars are appreciated to keep this moving forward. I also need volunteers, and I would appreciate everyone's vote, because if you want, I was told by a client I'm a bulldog with class. So if you want someone who's empathetic but has a strong voice and will defend your rights in the State House, you need to vote for me.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back with more of this, more conversations next on our daily show as we wrap up this Monday morning.
Struggling with depression that just won't go away? At Precision TMS, we offer a non-invasive, drug-free treatment designed to target the areas of the brain linked to mood regulation. Using FDA-cleared transcranial magnetic stimulation, gentle magnetic pulses help reactivate underperforming brain circuits without surgery or sedation. Many patients experience real relief, even after other treatments haven't worked. Our experienced team provides personalized care every step of the way. Contact Precision TMS today to see if TMS therapy is right for you.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
What's up? It's my Keith. What's up, bro? Good, my guy. Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it. This is Dwight Wirtz, president of Wirtz Welding and Tank Service, the nation's premier distributor of tank trailer parts. Dwight has been an outspoken and long-time supporter of the college and is the current chairperson of Lewis and Clark Board of Trustees. Oh, and he's a Lewis and Clark grad.
I'm Dwight Wirtz, and I am a trailblazer.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Welcome back. 9:20 on the nut. Man, I've been on time like every day this week on my show. Normally it never happens. I'm like way early or way late, and then we all got problems. We got Danielle, we got Brandon. Bricks for Water. This is such a cool event. I was reading about it a little bit more through our event calendar just to get prepared for the interview, and really supporting such a great mission and just a great day of fun for the region's families. Great to have you guys in the studio. And where should we start today? Because the 14th's gearing up for a full day of fun.
Well, thanks for having us. I guess where to start is maybe we should tell people about what we're doing. So on February 14th, it's next Saturday, just a little over a week away, we're hosting Bricks for Water, which is it's a Lego show with cool interactive Lego displays and Lego activities that are more hands-on than just look but don't touch, Mm-hmm. And the whole idea is that every dollar in your ticket sales will be donated to World Vision International, who's the #1 non-governmental provider of clean water in the world. So
fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah, we love it. It's a cause that's near and dear to our heart. So we were excited to find a cool opportunity to take a fun hobby in Lego, which is one of Brandon's favorite hobbies, and kind of marry it with this passion for fundraising that we've had for over a decade.
This is fantastic. And just learning a little bit more, providing clean water to one person every 10 seconds is the statistic from the group. And it's just what a great organization that is. And going into this, so this is your second time around for Bricks for Water. How did the first event come to be?
You want to do it?
Yeah, so I am part of a local Lego adult hobbyist group, the Gateway Lego Users Group, and we have done a variety of local events. We've done some kind of traveling events, and it so happened that Danielle and I a couple years ago were at a Lego display event, and she had the idea to put on an event like that as a fundraising opportunity. And I was nervous. Danielle is much more the go-getter than I am, and but her confidence and her vision won out. And so 2 years ago, we put on Bricks for Water for the first time, and it was a lot of fun. We had friends and family and contestants from the TV show Lego Masters all show up and help us out, and put on an event that last year, I think, we ended up raising around $10,000 through.
That's incredible.
Through that effort.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And now this year it's on February the 14th. So happy Valentine's Day. Yeah. Get on over here and do it together with your significant other too. 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. Edwardsville American Legion Post 199. So this is a full slated day of really anything you can imagine when it comes to Legos, correct?
Yeah, so it's available all day. You can come first thing in the morning and stay all day. You could pop in later. It's kind of just, it's open available house. That time. Yeah, according to your schedule. We know folks have lots of things going on in sports and plans and whatnot. So I would say that you could probably plan on easily spending a couple hours there and have a good time. And so we'll have, if folks are familiar with the Gateway Lego Users Group display at the Shrine, Our Lady of the Snows in Belleville over Christmas, we have most of our displayers are people who participate in that club.
Oh,
and so
wow.
Some of the things that you'll see at our show may be familiar from that. So we'll have a big city to view, like several tables, just massive, like kind of little Lego metropolitan area with lots of fun things to see. We'll have a station where folks can build and race cars, which was very fun last year. Kids spent hours.
You can race the car you build?
Yes.
Oh, that's... See, now I had no skills with growing up with Legos, so I'm learning a lot.
It's fun to see kids do that because the setup that we have, which is going to be generously provided by our friend James, has a very precise timer. So it'll time the race cars down to the 1,000th of a second. And so kids will build a car, see how theirs performed compared to others, and then they'll make the necessary adjustments and keep trying to improve their times. And so it's a fun little physics experiment playing with Lego. We'll also have some art boards where kids can make patterns and shapes and characters just using 1x1 bricks, like on a what's it called, a graffiti board. It's kind of a wall situation. I think like 150 pounds of Duplo. So those are the bigger bricks for like smaller kids. So if you got toddlers, you just put them on a rug and
there we go.
Read a book and let them build for a while. There's just all sorts of fun things to cool things to do and see.
Well, and I love the idea of having, the Lego Master contestants there too. I mean, that really provides that, kind of next level event status there. And to also have, I'm sure there's going to be some really cool displays there and just some really cool opportunities to chat it up. And if you're your child or yourself or whoever's into the, into Legos or into the hobby, to really get some tips too and really talk to some people that really know what they're doing about this. Because not joking with you, I was the worst at building Legos. I couldn't sit still for 4 seconds.
I don't have the creativity for it.
I don't either. I just don't. So it's cool. I mean, what a great opportunity to be able to get that knowledge and first hands-on experience too.
It's going to be like a really intimate event. Like Edwardsville's not a big city, and so you have the opportunity to come in. Paul Wellington and Nalita Nelson are our Lego Masters contestants this year. They're siblings who've competed on the show once in America and once in the Australian version of the show. And 2 years ago, and just in communications between the events, they're so generous with their time and their energy. And no doubt, like, people have the opportunity to kind of talk and hear from them and share and spend that time together.
Well, I love the fact that that you're making this affordable for everybody too. It's $10, correct? And then children 3 and under are free.
That's right.
Well, and like you said, I like that it's not, you can take a half hour and you can take multiple hours, you can take all day, and you're still going to have whatever experience you want out of it and make it tailored to you. What are you guys excited about the most when it comes to the day of event stuff?
I think for me, the fact that it is just a bunch of Lego nerds coming together to put this on, whether you are a contestant who's competed on Lego Masters or whether you are somebody who builds something at their kitchen table, there's this shared bond and this love of this silly little, plastic brick that is just absolutely fun to share and to nerd out on. And so I love the fact that so many different people at different skill levels and different levels of notoriety can come together and can be just excited about the same thing. It's events like this, both the ones that we put on last time and other ones that we participated in. It's this great equalizer where like there are no tiers of people who are participating, but it's everybody coming together, doing what they can do, and just sharing this love together.
Fantastic. I completely agree. And, we'll take a quick break and come back with more of this conversation. We got to pay some bills. But before we do, the fundraiser is going to be set for February the 14th, 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. at Edwardsville, American Legion Post 199. You got a lot of space in there, too, to work with.
Yes.
And have they been good partners, a good venue?
They're wonderful. Yeah.
Awesome. Great to hear. And you know what? That's always consistent, too. Every time I ask that question, because you never know. I never really script these things, so it could always take a 180. But it's always great to know that they've been a great partner for such great events. You can take your family or yourself, your significant other, for a quick Valentine's Day stop too, for $10 a piece, and kids 3 and under are free. We'll come back, talk more about this right after a quick one. RiverBender.com, Roku TV.
Struggling with depression that just won't go away? At Precision TMS, we offer a non-invasive, drug-free treatment designed to target the areas of the brain linked to mood regulation. Using FDA-cleared transcranial magnetic stimulation, gentle magnetic pulses help reactivate underperforming brain circuits without surgery or sedation. Many patients experience real relief, even after other treatments haven't worked. Our experienced team provides personalized care every step of the way. Contact Precision TMS today to see if TMS therapy is right for you.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
What's up? It's my Keith. What's up, bro? Let's go, my guy. Back to spotlight other amazing alumni and how they discovered their path at Lewis and Clark. Let's jump into it. This is Dwight Wirtz, president of Wirtz Welding and Tank Service, the nation's premier distributor of tank trailer parts. Dwight has been an outspoken and long-time supporter of the college and is the current chairperson of Lewis and Clark Board of Trustees. Oh, and he's a Lewis and Clark grad.
I'm Dwight Wirtz, and I am a trailblazer.
Throughout all life stages, you need someone in your corner, guiding you on your health and wellness journey. At OSF Healthcare, that's your primary care provider. Your OSF primary care provider is there for every stage of life. Find a provider today at osfhealthcare.org/primary.
Welcome back, 9:32. So we were just talking. I mean, we were off the air for like a couple of seconds, and Brandon, you were talking about a pirate ship that you put together, and I was, because I know like Legos, I see a Target, and I would feel accomplished getting one of those mini sets done. 5 foot by 6 foot, is that what you said for this pirate ship?
It's an entire pirate display.
Oh,
I think it's got like 3 pirate ships.
There are islands and ships and volcanoes.
How big is this thing again? You said 5 by 6 though? Yeah. That's incredible. When did you build this?
Over the course of several years. You know, I would do a version of it and then put it away for a couple years and kind of reimagine it and do a new version of it. And
that's all. Danielle, do you build?
I like to follow instructions. I'm
That's
very good
right.
at following instructions. Yeah. If I were going to build something, I appreciate the mosaics. Have you ever seen?
Oh yeah, those are cool.
Mosaic pieces of art with 1x1 studs. I really enjoy participating in building those. We did the big world map by following instructions. It's a Lego set.
Oh wow!
A few years ago, but we have several friends that design them and create their own.
That's
and so if I were going to do something beyond just following instructions, I think that I would like to do something like that.
That's all. That's something I would do too, because I've seen some of those, and it's just the coolest darn thing to see them from far away, and then you see them up close and realize what it is. You know?
Yeah, we had a friend in 2024. He will have a bunch of mosaics at this year's show. It's one of the most impressive things to me that he does. But for our 2024, our inaugural Bricks for Water, he found a picture from World Vision that they'd used in promotional materials of a child, like I think holding a cup of water. And he made that for our show. And it was just incredible to be like, to recognize. I was like, I've seen this photo in the years that we've participated in this charity. And he turned it into this beautiful piece of Lego art. It was awesome.
Now, does World Vision, do they collaborate with you guys or connect a little bit from your participation?
They're aware of what we're doing.
That's cool.
For sure. And so we're doing the fundraiser because later this year we're going to participate in 2 endurance running events.
You were talking about that before we came on the air. Yeah.
So we're going to run the Hood to Coast Relay in Oregon with some teammates in August, and then we're going to do the Chicago Marathon again in October. And so Bricks for Water is a way that we're fundraising toward that goal. So because we're on these teams and associated with Team World Vision, and they're aware that we're doing this event, and it sounds like they're going to do a write-up, like big World Vision on the event as well. So we're looking forward to seeing that.
Well, it should be. This is fantastic.
It's pretty cool.
Well, and how did all this come together? Because I think that's a great tie into this too, because it was all from marathons, correct? Or it started with marathons, right?
Yeah. So back in 2011, we were living in Chicago, and it so happened that Team World Vision, the charitable endurance running arm of World Vision, started in Chicago.
Oh wow!
And so we had some connections there, and ended up I, along with some of our friends, signed up to run the Chicago Marathon in 2011. Did not convince Danielle.
They have this amazing way of getting people that don't run to sign up to run marathons. It's very strange. Yeah.
And so I ran that year, and then I signed up to do it the following year.
By then we were dating.
And so I actually proposed to Danielle at mile 4 of the Chicago Marathon.
No kidding.
Yeah.
And then by 2014, we were married, and I had convinced her to run it with me.
It was really incredible. Like, I watched all of these friends who truly weren't runners, and I wasn't a runner. My mom would love to tell you stories about how I got out of running as a child playing sports. But I was really inspired because I saw all these people, Brandon included, who did not consider themselves running and runners, and I watched them just step by step over the course of 6 months train for a marathon and then complete the marathon successfully while fundraising thousands of dollars and doing this amazing work along the way. And I was like, well, I want to be a part of that. That's really cool. So
that's incredible.
I also learned to do it. So.
That's absolutely incredible. Well, getting back in to the event, it's going to be on February the 14th, Valentine's Day, 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. Are there any specific times for any interactive things or anything that we need to put a pinpoint on?
No, it's all available the whole time. So anytime someone wants to show up, they can. The American Legion has they have a kitchen, and they've not too long ago expanded their menu. So if you want to come and you find that you're getting hungry but you're not ready to leave, you can always get some lunch and hang out a little.
They have fantastic food, by the way. They really do.
Yeah.
And so there's what haven't we hit on when it comes to some of the display or interactive displays or any of the activities that are going to be there? Have we hit on pretty much everything or that we want to?
Most of them. I'm trying to remember if there are any other interactive elements that we haven't highlighted
we have
yet.
Play Brick, just it's going to be 4 tables just piled up with 2x6, the basic blue
2x4.
2x4. basic blue bricks. And so it's always fun to see what creativity comes out of kids when you give them thousands of the exact same piece. One kid made a chain necklace last year.
Oh, wow.
He wore around his neck with interlocking like links. Yeah.
It is always really fun to me to see what happens when you give kids constraints in building. Our son is a great example of this, but I've seen it in other kids too, where instead of giving them anything they could want to build with, you give them, a small random pile of things, or you give them all of the same piece, and their creativity, when it's pressed like that, comes up with these amazing things. And so I think that basic play brick is one of my favorite things, just because of the way that it brings out impressive creativity in the kids.
100%. And just to be a part of that, and really, if your child has never really had the opportunity to really dive into such an immersive opportunity for it too, what a great chance. And you guys can do it all day long, 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. Edwardsville American Legion Post 199. And the Lego Master's going to be there all day?
They're going to be there all day.
Yeah. Fantastic. And that's Paul
Wellington and Nelita Nelson.
Thank you very much. And the siblings who competed in 2 different Lego Masters. That's awesome. Now, did you watch their episodes?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
just in case they give you any pop quizzes.
We were really excited when we invited them in 2024. The season was still ongoing.
Oh, no kidding.
And they were from like Wisconsin and Ohio. So when we were planning the show in 2024, we tried to kind of reach out to folks that might be close enough to make it work pretty easily. Mm-hmm. And so we reached out to them. They very generously agreed to come to our show right away. But the show was still airing. So we didn't know at the time how well they did, and they made it
to the
all
finals.
the way to the finale. And so
wow.
Up until like close to the show, we're like, did the people who win Lego Masters like agree to come to our show? Like,
that's
that would be incredible. Yeah.
Well, that's still so cool and just a great opportunity. Oh, and there's some great partners for the event too to put this on. And do you want to spotlight your event partners now?
Sure.
Should we do that?
We'd love to. Trevor Halloran, who's a State Farm agent in Edwardsville. He's our State Farm agent. He's been super generous with us both years. We've reached out to ask for support, and without hesitation, he's thrown in. And so we love his service in general. He does great work for us, but we're especially grateful that he sponsored our event. We have a family friend whose business has sponsored us. They're actually out of Colorado, but they're going to fly out and support the event. It's a German car garage, Arvada German garage.
Wow, that's cool.
Bricks and Minifigs in Glen Carbon.
They're going to be selling things at our store. So if you like to go shopping at Bricks and Minifigs in Glen Carbon, they're actually going to have a little satellite location at our show.
Oh, wow,
so
nice.
You'll be able to play and build and look at displays, and then if you feel inspired, you can do a little shopping and take stuff home.
There you go.
Too. We're supported by Thrivent Financial, which is pretty cool. And I'm drawing a blank. I feel like there's one other big one.
Care Choice
Management. So that's a basically a social work agency out of St. Louis that help people plan for kind of elder care and managing like the changes in life as you start to get older.
Really cool. Well, I'd be remiss not to ask about the Gateway Lego Users Group. How can we learn more about you guys or follow along with some of the projects?
Yeah. So you can find us online at gatewaylug.org. We have our meeting calendar as well as our event calendar there. You can look for Gateway Lego Users Group or Gateway Lug on Facebook and Instagram. And and you can always email us, reach out. We love to invite new people in and help people get to celebrate that hobby together.
Fantastic. I love this. We'll link everything on a write-up on RiverBender.com, and we'll see you Saturday, February the 14th. Anything else to add?
I don't think so. Thank you so much.
Man, there we go. Thank you guys for your time.
Struggling with depression that just won't go away? At Precision TMS, we offer a non-invasive, drug-free treatment designed to target the areas of the brain linked to mood regulation. Using FDA-cleared transcranial magnetic stimulation, gentle magnetic pulses help reactivate underperforming brain circuits without surgery or sedation. Many patients experience real relief, even after other treatments haven't worked. Our experienced team provides personalized care every step of the way. Contact Precision TMS today to see if TMS therapy is right for you.
Accidents happen in a heartbeat, but lives change forever. Whether it's a car crash, workplace injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you don't have to face the consequences alone. Keith Short and Associates brings over 33 years of experience and a reputation for fighting fiercely for your rights. For relentless representation that you can trust, call Keith Short and Associates at 618-254-0055 today for a free consultation.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
Oh, we're out of time. Thanks for hanging out with us. A great show today. Back in the saddle after an interesting weekend. Coming up on tomorrow's show, we're going to be talking to the home builders, remodelers at 9:30. We're going to be talking all things ADS security at 10:10. Then at 10:35, the Eastern Missouri Beekeepers Association. For your daily dose of everything local, up to date throughout the day, download the RiverBender.com app. Until I talk to you tomorrow, try your best to stay out of jail.